Candyman, 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 be my victim, be my victim.
Hold on. I didn't even say your name, bruh.
Oh, wait, hold on. Your name's not Landon?
No!
That dude said my name about 30 times, so I gotta get him.
Well, that's not me.
Weird. Alright, just act like I was never here.
Alright, bet.
Alright, bye.
Bro, what the? Finally, we got a problem. 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 Yeah, it's probably you. Yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem. We got a problem. We got a problem. Yo, what's poppin', people? Cobra Side Green back with you out in the video. Your first time finding our channel, you love movie reviews, stuff like that. You guys make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Also that video, yes, you guys can see above my head, we do a movie review with no spoilers. Now we will be doing an ending explain, and that will be out towards the end of the video. So if you guys want to see the ending explain part, it'll be like in the timestamp down below. You guys make sure you check that out. But hey, you know what I'm saying, you here to review Candyman.
Candyman. Candyman.
I'm not saying it 5 times though. You go
Candyman.
All right, keep playing with them. But yeah, you know, walking into this movie, I was very, very hyped. I even told you beforehand, I was like, dude, I'm so excited to see this film. Now, walking out, how did I feel? Well, let's talk about it. The first thing I'll say about this movie is I don't care what nobody says. This movie is predictable, boy. Oh my gosh. I'm like, halfway through the movie, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I know exactly how the movie's gonna end, you know? And that doesn't, it's not really like it's a bad thing, but at the same time, at least for me as a viewer, I like to be kept on my tippy toes. You want to watch a movie? I don't want to be like full on like, oh, I know how it's gonna end. You know, like even when I see Saw movies, I'm like, I don't want to know how this movie's gonna end. I don't even try to like guess the ending, you know. But this one, it was like, it's so obvious how the movie's gonna end. So, like after 30 minutes, whatever, like you know how the movie's gonna end, y'all, without me spoiling anything. Next thing I want to talk about, this movie, like the horror was so good. I felt like how people got killed, you know, was so, I think that's like, but they know people are gonna go in there for the gores, they're gonna go in there for the kills, and they do an excellent job. Not only that, the camera work with these, they play a lot with mirrors in this movie. Like, if pretty much, I'm gonna say this, if y'all see a mirror in the movie, just suspect Candyman somewhere near. But they really do a great job of visualizing, just like how they did in Suicide Squad. Like the Suicide Squad, you guys seen the movie, there's a shot where there's a helmet and there's like a fight sequence, and it's on the helmet. It's kind of the same way here, but they do it with the mirrors.
The way some of the deaths are shot are really interesting, and you know, like it could have been filmed another way where it's more cliche and more like, this is kind of boring, but you know, they take interesting camera work and make it work.
I think I know you could definitely tell, like from like the first 5 minutes, especially when we were going through like the city of Chicago. Yeah, you could tell. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a really well shot movie. Yeah. So kudos to y'all. Let me give the kudos to the director, because I definitely did like his direction in the film and how he visually shot. I
think it was a woman.
Was it a woman?
Yeah, I think Nia is her name.
Nia, let me see.
I might be wrong, but yeah.
But what did you think about her direction? If it was a shit,
her direction was brilliant. Yeah, a lot of great direction. Yeah, it definitely felt like an interesting watch. Like even if there was a scene that like I wasn't as interested in narratively or dialogue wise, it was filmed in a really well way, directed in a really well way. Yeah, I thought it was distinct. It felt distinct.
She really did a great job in this film though too. I'm trying to think of her other previous work she's done. So I didn't see a lot. Little World she's done, Night and Day. But the big thing that she is directing in the future is the Marvels, aka Captain Marvel 2. And just to see her direction and how she did visually in this film, I'm excited for the Marvels. I'm not gonna lie. This one gets me excited for the Marvels.
For the Marvels after hearing this information, definitely for sure. Yeah,
this one. Now I know everybody's like, oh my god, y'all are rambling. How the hell was Candyman in the movie? Now I'm not gonna lie, we could probably be on 2 different sides, but I did not. I remember like in the original one, like he was a lot more scary. You know?
Yeah, I didn't really find this movie scary. I found it more unsettling, unnerving, and a little bit like creepy.
Yeah, he wasn't. Once you see him, what, the first 5 minutes of the movie, he pops out You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
so he's not that scary, but I don't know if he's really intended to be scary. I think he's more of like you kind of like, or at least for me, you kind of like relate to him more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he's like,
it feels like the intention is like not an anti-hero, but like
he ain't no hero.
He's like a villain, but like with a proper motivation.
Yeah. Oh, I was telling you earlier in the film, I was like, dude, I think Candyman's a little racist, but that was just me.
I was thinking to myself, you know, if you're racist, there's gotta be a good reason why. If you're gonna be racist, it's kind of valid for this.
I don't care how y'all take it. When y'all see the movie, y'all gonna say the same exact thing I'll say. Y'all gonna be like, yo, I think this man is a little racist, because not like I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to spoil it for y'all, but a lot of people of a certain race end up getting killed off. You know what I'm saying? So I was just kind of like, God damn. And then the other, whenever everybody else said it, he would kind of like chill on them. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, he would wait. He was like, I'll get you later. You know what I'm saying? But no, you gotta die now. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I was like, but.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, but at the same time, they give you the exact reason on why that is.
It's perfectly understandable within character. And
going into that, his backstory, the way they shot his backstory. If you guys have seen it, I know there's been like promos out and stuff like that. So they kind of show, there's like a whole clip on his promo or in his backstory. And I think how they shot and animated his backstory, I loved it, because it was that creepy look, you know, like I can't exactly remember what it reminds me of. But it reminds me of like an old, like, it's this old Halloween movie I'm thinking about. I just can't say the name. But it's the same way. It's kind of like the same kind of animation there. Yeah. And it's just that creepy look, especially when like the narration behind it.
Yeah, I like that stuff. That was really cool.
Yeah, especially, I forgot the guy's name that does the narration, but he was so into the film. We'll talk about the actors in just a second, but he was so into the film, man. Especially that goddamn, when he was narrating the Candyman, especially the ending part. Boy, was that boy into the film. I think that was really well done. Now, I know some people are talking about the animation was crappy. I think it served its purpose. I knew exactly what it wanted to do.
It was creepy, unsettling animation worked.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Now, next thing I want to talk about, man. let's talk about it, bro. And this is a little surprising, but the humor in this film, it works. It works.
It's okay.
I think it works.
I didn't like laugh a lot, but it was pretty funny.
It plays a lot.
There's a couple of moments
like
where it was really funny.
It like I said, it definitely plays a lot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, some of the jokes aren't gonna hit, but a lot of them.
Intention is not to be a comedy, but
yeah, it doesn't want to.
When it's playful, and it works.
It's kind of like, if you guys have seen. If you guys have seen Get Out a little bit, like, you know how there's a little bit of humor in Get Out. It's not too much.
Get Out's funnier.
Yeah,
Get Out's definitely funnier.
Yeah,
Get Out's. I don't want to compare it too much, but Get Out's comedy is very much more noticeable.
But I'm comparing it to being like, it's the same kind of comedy here. Yeah. It's the same way. Like, it's parts where you don't think there's gonna be a lot of humor in it, but there is humor in that specific part. So yeah, I definitely like that. You can tell it's Jordan Peele all over that. Jordan Peele did an amazing job in this film. You could definitely tell which parts he did, and I think he did this part. He did the screenplay on this movie, and I think they did a great job. I don't even know if I'm gonna say this word right, but like how they did like black culture. I believe they showed like the projects, which is very true. Like, that's how a lot of black people grew up. You know, how black families grew up was through the projects.
The projects themselves. It felt, eerie. It felt eerie.
And it's very real at the same time.
Like this,
real, I know this is a movie.
It felt uncomfortable.
But at the same time, it's like, yo, this actually really happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were talking about like how I don't want to be racist, but like how like Caucasians, like the black people in the hood, and that's some true things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really glad. And Jordan Peele always touches on stuff like that. You know, he always talks about stuff like that. So I definitely did like the aspect of the movie. What else do you like about the movie? And we'll get to the actors really quick.
The cinematography's good. The way it's shot. The way it's directed. The pacing was pretty solid.
So look,
I don't think it ran too long. I don't think it ran too short.
I'll say that the movie knows when to get out. You know what I'm saying? The movie's about an hour and a half. I don't know if it really feels like it. Might feel maybe like an hour and 45, because maybe some parts are a little bit dragged. It kind of felt a little bit longer. I don't think
it dragged that much.
It didn't drag too long, but it didn't feel like an hour and a half.
Yeah. That's true.
But I'll tell you though, the movie knows when to get out. You know what I'm saying? The movie knows not to stick around. It's like
the movie definitely doesn't overstay its welcome.
Yeah, it doesn't overstay welcome and know when the hell to get out. So that's what I liked about it. You know, the movie, like I said, the movie's only an hour and a half, pretty much, and it's probably like an hour and 25. You got to add 5 minutes for credits, so it knows exactly when to get out. But let's get on the actors, man. Now, I will say this about the characters. This is not a spoiler, but if you guys have seen the trailer, there is a lot of characters that are pretty much pointless in this movie. Their only objective in this film is to die. That is their only. That's the only thing I didn't. That's one thing I didn't like about the film. About these, there's certain characters that really don't serve a purpose. You know,
there's maybe 3, 4, maybe total characters that are actually vital to the story.
Yes,
so,
yeah, and then there's 2 main characters, right? Then you have these 2 other characters, which they're only there for exposition. They're only there to move the story along and describe Candyman's origin story, you know, and how Candyman came to be. So, but one of them though, he boy, I tell you, that dude was in the movie, dog. He was into it, especially in the 3rd act. He's into it. How did you feel about the main actor? And I'll get on his name. His name is let me pull up his name really quick.
Did a wonderful performance.
Yeah, and his character was super believable too. So Anthony in the movie, aka like the main character. I don't know how to say his full name. It's kind of long, but there's a picture of him on the screen right now. You guys know what I'm talking about. I thought he did an amazing job. I thought that he was like, he didn't feel bored at all. He didn't feel like he didn't want to be there, because I've seen some movies where actors don't want to be there, and you can just tell they don't want to be there.
Everyone wanted to be there.
Yeah, everyone, and especially everyone had fun with it. You too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
tell.
Like everyone, I think he had a fun time. Now, I was telling you, he did a great job. His character was very compelling. You relate to his character a lot. There's an emotional side with his character too, which I liked also. So I definitely like this character all the way around. And I think as the story goes and his character grows at the same time, you'll also like his character a lot more. Now, I'm not gonna lie. He's an ass too. He damn near gets a lot of people killed at the same time.
He can be an ass. But
Yeah,
I don't think there's too much in. Well, actually, yeah.
He was intentional with one of them, dog. He wanted somebody dead, dog. I remember that. Like, I think it was the 2nd act. I'm not spoiling anything, but he wanted a certain person like dead. He was like, hey, he was sitting there. He's like, yeah, say it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He like egged that person on,
Yeah.
and they ended up singing it. So. Yeah, he was kind of an ass at some point, but I mean, it is what it is. But I like this character overall, though. You like his character?
Yeah, mostly. Yeah, I feel like moments like that where you're talking about like egging on or whatever, you know, the likability is there overall, but it's kind of like the villainous side of him too. So yeah, I like them overall though.
Yeah. Now I'll talk about one more character, and she's gonna be also in Miss Marvel. She played
Monica Rambeau in WandaVision.
Yeah, she played. I think her last name is Paris, but she did an amazing job too. Her character felt real too. Now
I didn't even know it was her. Until you mentioned it to me, and I was like, oh wow, like.
Now, I forgot to talk about this earlier when they went to Jordan Peele, but you can definitely see there's a lot of parts where, like I said, they bring the black culture and they talk about like the I don't know the full word of it though. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's points where it's police brutality. Now, I thought the parts where they had a lot of police brutality, especially against black people, I thought it was a little over exaggerated. You know, it's kind they were kind of like shoot first, ask questions never. You know what I'm saying? They never asked any questions. They just shot.
It's not that stuff doesn't happen in real life, because there's crazy.
Yeah,
stuff
I mean it happens, but it's so like over exaggerated.
I think it was on the nose, I would say, for the film. Which, you know, if you want to get that message out, that's the message. So
yeah, I'm telling, like I said, it was pretty much like police in this movie where shoot first, ask questions never. Like, don't ever ask a question. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure out paperwork later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought those parts were a little bit over exaggerated. But that's just
their presence is felt throughout the film.
Yes, that is true.
I did like their presence throughout the film as like the real villain in a sense in the background.
Yeah, they're like a secondary villain. You know what I'm saying? Or kind of. I don't know.
Well, they're
kind of like the main villain too.
Technically, like the main villain in a way.
Yeah, in a certain way. Yeah.
So.
But let's talk. I don't know if we fully talked about it, but the Candyman. Let's talk about that. I thought this. I don't know. We've recorded it about 3 different times, so I don't know if I've already said this. But the CGI on Candyman, like, it was all right. You know, like at first it wasn't CGI. You could tell it's a real guy, and then later on it becomes a little bit of a CGI because I don't want to spoil it, but it becomes CGI a little bit towards the ending of the film, and it's kind of like, well, y'all ain't got that Marvel budget, so you know they ain't that good at But
I like the concept of the Candyman a lot.
Yeah. You know what's crazy though? You gotta say his name 5 freaking times. You know how hard that is to say. Like if you say his name 5 times, you really are trying to die at that point. Like at least Bloody Mary is 3 times. You know, Candyman's freaking 5 times. So let's just give our last thoughts, our reviews really quick. I'll give mine first. I really think like just how great the camera work was shot, how they used mirrors, Candyman's presence in the film. Overall, everybody in the film and how they play their roles. I even know some characters are very pointless. There's a couple of females in here. You know, their only purpose is just to die. So aside from that, and like I said, some pointless characters, I generally like the film. You know, it's not one of my favorites of the year, but I will say that if you've seen the first 2 Candymans, you're gonna love this one. You know, it's pretty much the third movie. I would say, it connects to the first 2. So that's why I'm saying it's the third one, because it damn near connects to the first 2. So I will say I genuinely enjoyed this movie. I'm giving this movie an 8 out of 10. I'm definitely saying this is a go see it. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I really like it. I think it's a solid 7 out of 10. It's pretty solid. I don't know if I'd ever rewatch it too soon, but I will watch it again for sure in general. I like the cinematography. I like the direction. I like the acting. I like everyone fits their role. It's a good slasher flick, I think. Don't expect too much from it, but don't expect too little. I think the direction was great. I'm looking forward to her future work. For our first experience of the Candyman in general,
I think she did a really good job. She did a really good job. Yeah.
One last thing. I think out of the 3 movies from Jordan Peele's little production thing, I'd probably rank it. I thought I would put it over Us, but the more I think about Us, I like Us more.
I think Us a little better than this one. It's a little better.
The more I actually think about Us, I'm like, I might put this over it. But it'd be Get Out, Us, and this. But like, it's close to Us. It's pretty great. Solid movie.
Yeah, and that's our review for the film. Hey, shout out to Carter too, by the way. It's nice meeting you, man.
Anthony becomes the Candyman. He finds this out through his mother. Yeah. That he was the baby that was supposed to be thrown in the fire. Apparently, he was saved. So the mother tells him, "Hey, the Candyman was taking you over, basically.
Yeah. But we tried to stop that.
Take you as a baby. Yeah. So we stopped that. So he goes in. Talks to the laundromat person. That guy's cuckoo.
Yeah, we figured that out later on the film. That dude is crazy.
He's very cuckoo. Yeah. They go to like some abandoned church or whatever in the projects. Yeah. And his wife basically finds out that, hey, like, he's missing. Mm-hmm. Putting two and two together from the previous conversation, the laundromat pen. She takes that pen. Yeah. And that pen's very much like a symbol to something. Yeah. For the movie. And she takes that pen. She basically goes to find him. She gets kidnapped when she goes to the laundromat by the laundromat guy. And then she's at the abandoned church. She gets herself out of that with the laundromat pen. Mm-hmm. The laundromat guy cuts off
the arm.
Yeah, Anthony's arm. Yeah, Anthony's arm. Yeah, the Candyman. And man, like, Anthony's just like taking it like a champ. Like,
bro. Well, he was pretty much the Candyman at that point anyway, because the fact that. During the film, he gets stung by a bee, and the bee, like the sting, like over throughout the movie, just takes over his body. Yes. So he's becoming Candyman over time.
Yeah, and one of my favorite moments in the film, honestly, when she escapes, and then like she's in that dark project area, and it's like she's running, and it's like he's just having a jolly good time, being menacing with his little presence, having like a little song and dance. They get in an altercation. She ends up winning, stabbing him repeatedly with the pen.
She stabbed the crazy
Oh
cuckoo
yeah,
guy.
she's stressed. She stabbed and stabbed and stabbed. And then Anthony comes in later as the Candyman.
Yeah, he's full Candyman
but, like
now.
he recognizes his wife by this point.
Yeah.
And he's slowly dying.
Yeah.
The cops come
Show
in.
up, yeah.
And they just
They pretty, like I said,
ask questions.
shoot first, ask questions later. They kill that dude on the spot.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah.
Take her, and they give her an option. Basically, they're like, "Hey, you're either accomplice, or like this scenario happened. He tried to charge us." She says 5 times Candyman, and Anthony comes out, kills them all,
kills everybody,
tells her to tell the stories.
Yep.
It's a wrap.
And towards the end, and the ending shot is the original Candyman.
True.
Yeah, that shows up. So the ending big shot is the Candyman from the first 2 films.
Yep.
So yeah, that's our ending explained, man. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching that entire video of our movie review and our ending explained on the Candyman. If you really did enjoy it, please leave a like. It really does help our channel grow and get out to more people. But hey, like I said, your first time finding our channel, hit the subscribe button. Also, the video really does help. And hey, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.